So good morning students. In the previous video we had seen about your sawtooth oscillator. So now we'll go for the next half module, that is your comparators and converters. So under comparators and converters, the first circuit what we are going to see is your basic comparator, then followed by your zero crossing detector. So here, as the name specifies, a comparator is nothing but it is going to compare two signals. That is, your op-amp, you know that your op-amp is going to consist of two inputs. So to the one input, you are going to give the reference voltage, and the other input is going to be the signal voltage there. So a comparator is going to compare the signal voltage at one input with the reference voltage at the other input. So based on this voltages, you are going to get your output voltage to be either at plus Vsat or minus Vsat. So here we say that op-amp, the open loop op-amp, it is your comparator is going to operate in your open loop configuration, and we are going to see that two analog inputs are going to be given and one digital output is going to be got. So here your comparator can be used, the applications of your comparators, it can be used in your digital interfacing. So digital interfacing is whenever I want to convert an analog voltage to a digital voltage, in that case I can use a comparator there. And next is your skimmer trigger. So skimmer trigger is again an analog signal. So any type of signal I can give and I can get a digital output. So discriminator, again that is also going to be a signal, when whatever signal I want I can give and I can get a square wave at the output. Your voltage level detector is to detect your input voltage whether it is below the threshold or above the threshold. In that case I can use a comparator. Next, in your oscillators also you can use a comparator there. So here in your oscillators we had seen your RCA phase shift oscillator. So one input was your input signal, that is your feedback signal was given to one input of your operational amplifier. The other input was your gain of the circuit. So here to compare it we had used as a comparator. The op-amp was used as a comparator there. So now we will see the non-inverting comparator. So non-inverting comparator, what we are going to do is, the name itself tells it is a non-inverting. Non-inverting means the input signal should be fed to the non-inverting terminal of your operational amplifier. So to the non-inverting terminal of your operational amplifier, I am going to feed the input voltage, your Vin. So this Vin should be always fed in series with your resistance R, so that this resistance R is going to limit the current that is going to flow into the circuit there. So here this is your resistance R to limit the flow of current. Next is comparator, means I have to compare with another voltage. There to the other terminal, what we are going to do is I am going to connect a reference voltage there. So that reference voltage can be, here I am going to take it as 1 volt there. So this reference voltage is going to be connected in series with your resistance, and it is going to be connected to your negative, that is your inverting input terminal there. And the diodes D1 and D2 are going to be used for as clamp diodes. Clamp diodes is to protect the op-amp from burnt out. We are going to use this clamp diodes there. So suppose because of any noise voltages, what will happen is this diode, any one of the diodes will conduct and see that the differential voltage is going to be clamped to a minimum voltage of VID. That is your differential voltage of 0.7 volts. So it will protect the circuit. For that we are going to use your diodes D1 and D2. And your resistance RL is going to be taken as the load resistance there. So to see the output, we can see that how we are going to have, how this circuit is going to operate. You know that your V0 expression is going to be your voltage at the non-inverting terminal. Voltage at the non-inverting terminal is nothing but your Vin minus the voltage at the inverting terminal. What is the voltage at the inverting terminal? It is your V reference. So V reference is positive. So inverting terminal, it will be inverted. So it is minus V reference. So here the voltage is going to be Vin minus V reference, we are taking it as 1 volt there. So now if I am going to see, this is your sine waveform and this is going to be my V reference voltage. So this voltage I will take it as your peak, and this voltage I will take it as your minus V peak. Now to have your output waveform, what I am going to do is, wherever is this threshold level. So here in this case this is going to be one point and this is going to be the other point. Similarly this is your second point and this is going to be the next point there. So now I am going to consider, first condition is Vin, this is your Vin voltage. Vin is less than V reference. So first condition, my Vin is less than V reference. So my Vin is less than V reference means, So I will take my V in to be 0.5. So 0.5 less than your V reference. So V reference here in this case my V in. So here it is your 0.5 minus 1. So that is nothing but minus 0.5. So that means that my output is going to be negative. So if my output is negative, here we are going to have it as minus V saturation. So till this point, here in this case, my output is going to be at minus V saturation there. Okay. So when my input voltage is equivalent to V reference, my output will switch from minus V sat to plus V sat. So like this, my output will switch. Okay. Next is after switching on, now my input voltage is greater. So greater means I can take my input voltage to be 2 volts or 1.5 also I can take. If my input voltage is going to be greater, so it is 1.5. Second condition is my V in is greater than V reference. When my V in is greater than V reference, that is nothing but I will take the example as 1.5 volts. So 1.5 is greater than 1. So 1.5 minus 1 is going to be here 0.5 volts. So 0.5 volts means my output voltage is positive. If my output voltage is positive, my output is going to be here plus V sat there. So when it is going to be at plus V sat, my output is going to go to plus V saturation. It's going to be in plus V saturation. So this is your plus V sat. Next is again if I am going to see here, my input voltage is going to be less than my V reference. So you can see here V in is minus 1 volt. So minus 1 is going to be a minus 2. Minus 2 is also a negative voltage. So that means my output is going to go to minus V saturation. So like this my output is going to be continuously varying there. So that is what we say that if here we are going to have when V in is less than V reference, my output is going to go to minus V sat. When V in is greater than V reference, my output is going to go to plus V sat. So my output is going to continuously change from one saturation level to another saturation level. So either it can be from minus V sat to plus V sat or from plus V sat to minus V sat. So here this circuit can also be called as a voltage level detector. So why it is going to be called as a voltage level detector is, I can see that if my input voltage is going to cross beyond a threshold level, that V reference can be a threshold level there. So that is the desired frequency level, this is a desired voltage level. If it's going to be input voltage is going to cross beyond the threshold level, then automatically my output is going to be generated there. So we can say that the non-inverting comparator can act as an voltage level detector there. So as I said, the diodes D1 and D2 are going to protect your operational amplifier from damage of your excessive input voltage. So if the input voltage is going to be more, one of the diodes will be conducting, and when one of the diodes is going to conduct, the differential voltage is going to be clamped to 0.7 volts. So it is going to be called as clamp diodes. Next is we are going to use always your resistance R in series with your input voltage to limit the current that is going to flow through your diode D1 and D2. And we are going to have to reduce your offset problems. You are going to reduce your resistance RCOM, that is going to be R connected between the negative input and your V reference. So this is how this is if V reference is going to be positive, as we have said, if my V in is going to be less than V reference. So you can see that in this case your V naught is equivalent to your V in minus V reference. V reference is positive, so it will be minus V reference. In this case it is going to be V naught is equivalent to, if V reference is negative, then in that case it will be your V in plus V reference. So here your condition is when V in is less, so less means it is your 0.5 minus, if I take it as 1, it is negative, so negative means minus V sat, so minus V sat I am going to get here when V in is less than V reference. Next is when V in is greater than V reference, then in that case my output is going to switch to plus V sat and I am going to get a plus V sat when V in is greater than V reference there. Now this circuit if I am going to see when V reference is negative, negative means my output expression is V naught is equal to V in plus V reference. So I will take my V reference same 1 volt, so a positive 1 volt there. So in this case my V in is going to be here 0.5. If it is going to be 0.5, then in that case it is 1.5 only. That means my output is positive. Output is positive means my output is going to be at plus V saturation. So here till your V reference is negative, till this V in is greater than your V reference, When V in is going to be greater than your V reference, then in that case my output is going to be at plus V saturation. So when it's going to be at plus V saturation, your output is going to be here at plus V saturation there. Next is when V in is less than V saturation. When V in is less than V saturation means, less means I can take it as minus 2 volts. So minus 2 plus 1 means it is going to be negative. Negative means in that case it is a negative voltage, minus Vsat. So my output goes from plus Vsat to minus Vsat. So here my output is going to be at minus Vsat. When V in is less than V reference, my output is going to go to at minus Vsat there. Similarly, next when V in, at this point if I am going to see above this point, my V in is going to be greater. My V in is going to be greater means I can see that minus 0.5 plus 1, that means it is 0.5. So 0.5 means automatically my output is going to go to plus Vsat there. So this is how your input and output waveforms are going to be for a non-inverting comparator with positive voltage reference and negative voltage reference. The same thing here also for an inverting comparator. In your inverting comparator, the reference voltage, instead of the reference voltage to be either positive or negative, what I can do is inverting comparator, name itself tells inverting. That means my input signal should be given to inverting terminal there. This is a inverting terminal. To the inverting terminal I am going to give the input signal. That is a resistance in series with your voltage source V in there. And now we are going to see to the non-inverting terminal what we are going to do. The non-inverting terminal, instead of giving plus V reference or minus V reference, I can connect a potentiometer. The wiper of the potentiometer can be connected to the non-inverting terminal there. The two ends of the potentiometer can be connected to your plus VCC and your minus VEE. So when this wiper is going to be moved towards plus VCC means my reference voltage is positive. When the wiper is going to be moved to your minus VEE means the reference voltage is going to be negative. Now we can see what is going to be my output voltage there. So here my expression is going to be V0 is equivalent to, so V0 is equivalent to, what is the voltage at the non-inverting terminal? Voltage at the non-inverting terminal is nothing but V reference minus the voltage at the input signal there. So here suppose I am going to take my V reference to be positive. Positive means 1 volts I will take. So 1 minus V in. So 1 minus V in is, so my waveform if I am going to take, this is your waveform. If my, this is going to be my V reference. First condition is when my input voltage is going to be less than V reference. When my input is less than V reference. Okay, less than V reference means my V reference is 1 minus input is less means I can take it as 0.5. So 0.5 means it is going to be 0.5, that means a positive voltage. So here till this point, till this first point, my output is going to be at plus V saturation. So my output will be at plus V saturation there. Next is when my input is going to be above your V reference, that means I will take it as 2 or 1.5. So 1 minus 1.5 is going to be a negative voltage. Negative voltage means my output will move from plus Vsat to minus Vsat. So my output will go to minus Vsat there. Again, next at this point it will compare. So at this point my input voltage is less. So my input voltage is less means it will go to plus V saturation there. This is how a comparator is going to work. So here in the next circuit we will be seeing next diagram. So you can see that if V reference is positive, my output is going to be at plus Vsat when we are, this one is going to be, so V0 is equivalent to your V reference minus V in. So when my input voltage is going to be less, then the output is going to be at plus V saturation. My input voltage is going to be more, in that case my output is going to be at minus V saturation. So it is going to be reverse. Your V reference is negative. So negative means your V0 is equivalent to, I can have it as, your V0 is equivalent to your V reference minus V in. So V reference I will take it as minus 1 volt minus V in. So your first condition is if V in is going to be less than your minus V in. So less means this voltage there. So more, first condition is here in this case it will take it as V in is greater than V reference. When V in is greater than V reference, even minus 0.5 is also greater only there. So I can take my V in to be minus 0.5. That means minus 1 minus of minus 0.5 is going to be here minus 0.5 only there. So minus 0.5 means my output is going to be there at negative saturation. So here in this case my output is going to be at negative saturation. When Vin is going to be more negative means minus 1. When Vin is minus 2, that means when Vin is less than V reference, that is when Vin is minus 2, then in that case I get a negative saturation, negative output voltage. So negative output voltage means here we are going to have minus 2. So minus 2 is minus of minus 2 is going to be here. It is your minus 1 plus 2. So minus 1 plus 2 is going to be here plus 1. So plus 1 means my output is going to go to plus saturation. So from negative saturation my output goes to plus saturation when Vin is less than V reference. So this point is when Vin is less than V reference, my output will be at plus V saturation. Here it will be at minus V saturation there. So like this your comparator is going to work. This is your inverting comparator. Next is zero crossing detector. So zero crossing detector means we want to convert a sine waveform to a square waveform there. So sine waveform to a square waveform, the name tells it is a zero crossing detector. Zero crossing means it should change its level at zero crossings. That means my that reference voltage should be 0. So here I have made my non-inverting terminal, the V reference to be 0 there. When V reference is 0, this is my input voltage which is going to be fed to your inverting terminal. Now we can see how it is going to operate. So V0 is nothing but your inverting voltage here is going to be, non-inverting voltage is going to be V reference minus your V in voltage. So you know that your V reference is 0, the reference voltage is going to be 0. So here it is your V in. V0 is equivalent to minus V in. So here I am going to have, this is your sine waveform. So this is, my input is positive. If my input is positive, what is my output? If this is going to be positive, my output is going to be negative. So negative means here till this point, it is going to be at negative V saturation. So minus V sat. Next is when my input is going to be positive. When my input is going to be here negative, this is your negative. Negative means minus 5 if I am going to take. Minus of minus 5 is going to be plus 5. That means my output is going to be positive. So it will go to positive saturation there. So this period it will be at positive V sat and this period it will be at minus V sat. Just inverse of your input. Positive input means negative saturation. Negative input means positive saturation. So this transition will occur at zero crossings. So at the zero crossings only this transition will occur. That is called zero crossing detector. So your application of the comparator, it can be used as a sine wave to square wave converter. Your reference voltage is going to be 0. So as I said, your V0 is equal to minus V sat when V in is going to pass through the positive direction. When input is positive, my output is at minus V sat. When input is negative, my output is going to be at plus V sat there. So that is the output waveform. Next is the drawbacks of a zero crossing detector is, in some applications when you are going to see that input may be slowly changing waveform there. So input may be a slowly changing waveform. When it is going to be is when there is a low frequency signal, the input will be slowly changing. So in that time, it will take more amount of time to cross the 0 mark level. So as a result, your output will not switch fast from one level to another level there. So suppose if there is going to be a noise that is going to be present at the input terminals of your operational amplifier, then the output V0 is going to fluctuate between your plus V sat and minus V sat there. So now what we should do to avoid, that is to make a zero crossing detector stable, is we can go for a regenerative or feedback, positive feedback there. So when I am going to give a positive feedback or a regenerative feedback, the circuit is going, the output is going to switch fast from one level to another level. And if there is going to be any noise transition that is going to be present at the input of your operational amplifier, that noise transition can be removed and my output will switch on fast there. So here this inverting comparator with a feedback is going to be called as your skimmer trigger. Thank you.